Hi there, it's Jonathan Quayle again, and this is another edition of the Lifebuilder Inspirational Quote and Life Hack. Today's a life hack, which means there's a practical tool that I'm going to be giving you that could change your life. And the quote that I've chosen is by a guy called Buckminster Fuller. He was a very interesting character. He nearly committed suicide. He then didn't speak for 3 years, and he proceeded for the rest of his life to create amazing innovations. He was one of the most creative, innovative people. I think he held over 50 patents at one point. And he said, if you want to teach people a new way of thinking, don't bother trying to teach them. Instead, give them a tool, the use of which will lead to new ways of thinking. Which I think is a lovely quote. The truth is, so often if we try and teach people, it comes across as trying to force them into a new way of thinking, and we know how resistant people can be to that, to changing their way of thinking under duress. So the life hack for today is really it's an online learning program that I've developed. I'll talk in general about the idea of online learning and giving people a whole lot of tools that can help them to transform their way of thinking. And then I'll just talk a little bit more specifically about the program that I've developed. So, first of all, online learning is proving to be a great benefit to a lot of people, a lot of companies. It means that they can access tools and resources and information that they would struggle to access otherwise in the convenience of their own home or office, wherever they are. So the convenience factor means that it's a great way to learn. Secondly, I want to talk about tools. So when you're talking about fundamental shift in thinking, so we're talking about fundamental shift in the way you think about yourself, about your self-identity, about the way you perceive the world. It's very difficult to teach that directly. I could say to you, well, see the world as illusory, see the world as a dream, see the world as not real, and that doesn't really help. Isn't very helpful, because it's more about giving you an experience, a tool, or tools that will allow you to experience your reality in a different way. And then it starts to become meaningful learning, because then it's something that you've internalized, that you're experiencing for yourself. It's not just information that someone has given you. And so I think this idea of experiential learning and immersion learning, immersing yourself into a particular subject through experience. So, for example, immersion learning is traditionally associated with language teaching. You have a second language you're teaching, and the second language, for instance French, is used to immerse the student in the subject of France and French culture. So an example of immersion learning would be go to France, do a French cookery course and study French culture in France for 6 months, and you use the language to do that study. And then you're almost guaranteed to learn French in a way that you simply couldn't if someone was trying to just instruct you in the language and teach you the grammar and the vocabulary and so on. So you get the idea. It's about immersing yourself in the subject, using some tools. The language in this case was the tool to learn something new about French culture and language. So what about the idea of using tools such as meditation, breath work, letting go techniques to immerse yourself in your own life, to use your own life as a subject for learning this new language of transformation? And based on that idea, I've developed a 6-week program called it the Art of Letting Go course, which allows you to do that. To immerse yourself in your own life using tools that I'm going to give you, that allow you to start to practice these different ways of thinking, different modes of thinking that will start to arise experientially, start to arise through the process of immersing yourself in these tools and in these practices, which is all done in a facilitated, guided way. And the results that I got from the first trial course that I ran last year were very encouraging. There were some people who had some major breakthroughs after only 6 weeks. There's people who've changed their lives completely, and that change has been permanent. They haven't gone back to their old ways of thinking and behaving. So it was successful. I'm taking it to another level now, adding in some extra tools and extra sessions of meditation to give you really all the tools that you need in that 6 weeks to establish some new habits of thinking and behavior. As I say, it takes a minimum of 3 weeks to establish a new habit, and then say another 3 weeks to start entrenching that. And this is how you create a sustainable change in your life. So if you're interested, I'd like to extend an invitation to you to find out a little bit more about this program and how these tools can help you, how they can help you to fundamentally shift the way you think and you perceive. Because that's what transformation is about. It's not just putting some positive icing on a rotten cake, which is all too often the case in a lot of teachings, a lot of modalities. It's like, what, you're going to become a better you, a better version of you. But if that you is not really who you are, if that's a false you, then trying to improve what's false is not going to really help you. So we're talking about what's called subtractive psychology. It's about letting go of what's not you, so that you can reveal what is you, what's truly your essence. And so instead of trying to add something more in, you take away what's simply false, what's not there. And that's not an easy process to do, but it's possible and it's doable. If you have tools, if you have tools like meditation, like breathing, like letting go processes, all of which I've included in the Art of Letting Go course, to help you to start looking, really. It's a simple process, but it's not an easy one. To start looking at these false ideas and false beliefs that make up this false identity. And then through your own will, no one's forcing you to let go of these. And that's how you really create a sustainable and meaningful change in your thinking. It's not just about grafting on some extra ideas onto your existing thought system and becoming more of what you thought you were, but that what you thought you were wasn't true. So I hope this video has given you a little insight into what the Art of Letting Go course is about. If you'd like to explore it a little bit in a bit more detail, I'm going to invite you to attend a free online presentation or webinar this coming Thursday evening at 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. South African time. It's about an hour and a half, and I'll be talking you through exactly how the course works, the structure of it, the logistics, what's involved, the tools that you'll get, and I'll be giving you some exposure to some of those tools, experiential exposure. So we'll be doing a guided breathing relaxation process, which leads into a 2-step letting go process, which brings in what I think are the 3 most powerful modalities for transformation: breathing, meditation, and letting go or forgiveness. So you'll get an experience of that, and you'll understand more about how this whole process works. What I'll also say up front is that it won't cost you anything to try this. I've decided to offer a 3-week free trial. That means nothing is required. You don't have to pay anything to try this, because I want to get your feedback on the process. I'm also going to be offering regular discussion sessions online via an app called Zoom, and regular meditations. You'll be able to do a meditation in the morning, you'll be able to do a meditation at lunchtime and a discussion session, you'll be able to do a meditation in the late afternoon, and then a discussion session combined with a meditation in the evening. So there'll be multiple opportunities to connect with me and the other people doing the course. And what's been shown, what's been proven, is that if you immerse yourself in a field of positive energy, and that positive energy and those people or that group don't necessarily need to be there, because energy is not limited to time and space. We don't have to physically be in their location. And I tested this theory last year and it worked pretty well. Just connecting online creates a very, very similar energy. You can start to connect with like-minded people who have positive energy. And that energy helps you in this transformation process just by being exposed to it on a daily basis. You lift yourself up just by tuning in and listening to something like a meditation or discussion session. Even if you don't participate so actively in that discussion session, it's going to lift your energy. It's going to start raising the level of your energy and your thinking, your vibrational frequency, as it's called in transformational terms. It's going to start raising everything up to another level. And this process happens slowly and subtly, but over a period of 6 weeks, you'll really see a difference. And that's the idea. After 3 weeks, you'll have an idea of whether this is for you or whether you want to continue with the process or not. If you don't want to continue, then I'll thank you for your time, and it will have cost you absolutely nothing. If you do want to continue, then yes, there will be a membership option available to you. But what I'd suggest, if you're interested, just try it first and see if this works for you. So my invitation is to join me on Thursday evening, 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. South African time. I'll be giving a free online presentation, an introduction to the Art of Letting Go course, and I'll be taking you through some of these tools and techniques during that presentation. So you'll get a practical experience of them. If you'd like to find out more and book your place, go to theaolg.com. I'll repeat that, theaolg.com. You can see that on the screen now, and you can book your place. You'll also get some free bonuses. I'm giving you a £100 free trial voucher. You'll get the 2-step letting go process in 3 different formats. You'll get a subscription to the Daily Breathe and a subscription to my emails. If you haven't already got one, you might be watching this video and not have received the email. So check it out, go and register, and then you'll get an email with the details you'll need to log in. Just to reiterate, it's an online presentation, so there's no physical venue. You just join from your home or your office, wherever's convenient for you. You just need a phone, a tablet, or a computer with a reasonable internet connection. It's pretty simple to do. Technology works. So go to theaolg.com. You can look below, I've put it on the screen, and register. And I hope to connect with you on Thursday evening. Thanks for listening to this inspirational quote and life hack. Enjoy the rest of your week in the meantime, and hope to catch you soon. Bye for now.